Canadian Westbridge.
Right after I got out of Vietnam. Second semester. Teacher was sick and they asked.
We are live at this time.
We are live at this
And
time.
I ask everyone to
And I
stand
ask
and
everyone
join
to
me
stand and join me for the pledge of allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome to
Thank you
everybody.
and welcome to everybody.
At this time, I'd like to
open the public hearing, Shelby Acres partial,
to be annexed to the
to
village
the
of
village of Shelby.
Is there anybody
from the public who would like to address the board on the Shelby Acres annexation request?
So I think I have my letter submitted. I wasn't meant to be here. It wasn't what's called the cherry board. But if you don't mind, while I eat my wonderful food, if you could read my letter, and I think Tammy Carey has a letter as well. She had a previous engagement.
Yep, I can read his letter here. Dear County Commissioners, today you have an opportunity to support an initiative that will go a long way in providing a partial solution to the housing crisis Oceana County faces.
The
annexation supports the growth of the village, and just as important allows water and wastewater systems to supply the development.
The above
promotes growth and has a positive economic impact to our community.
There have been multiple
stakeholders working on this project.
State government
and MEDC, Economic Alliance, Shelby Township, Shelby Village, Oceana County Drain Commission, Ms. Bayard, Oceana County Road Commission, and so on. And the results of all that hard work is in front of you today.
Today is the day where the commissioners remove personal feelings, political affiliations, and simply do the right thing for Oceana County. Paul Inglis and I have worked very hard to execute a strong vision for Shelby Village and Township from day one, and have set aside any historical issues and simply focused on the mission at hand, which is providing betterment for the taxpayers in our small community. Your support is appreciated. Richard Raffaelli, Shelby Township Supervisor.
Thank you, Mr. Morris.
Thank you, Mr. Morris.
Let the record show that
also Mr. Paul Inglis, the president for Village of Shelby is here, and Mrs. Linda Peterson and Mrs. Gabrielle Peterson, developers, are here also, and welcome.
Is there any
other public comment?
This is the second time that I've been involved since I've been on the county board with an annexation into a village. The first one was when 2,800 acres of Double J Ranch was annexed into the village of Rothbury, which has been a very, very positive thing for both the village of Rothbury and for Double J Ranch. It gave them consistency that they were looking for the big events that they have there. And that was a very positive annexation that happened in 2016. This is equally or more so positive from my perspective for not only the development of Shelby Acres, but for the village of Shelby also. It goes without saying that I support this. If there's any other commissioners who would like to make a comment at this time, I welcome your comments.
If I may, this is a perfect example of what Kitty was just talking about, and with her presentation about government working with private, individuals, and nonprofits in this case, and for the good of the community. And this is exactly what she was just talking about. We need to continue moving forward, to do these sorts of things and pursue these sorts of things. So yeah, I commend everybody that's been a part of this, and help make this happen. Because that's 82 houses that, we can chip away at that, the housing study, the number of houses that we need, the crisis that we're in, and that can chip away at that number. So, yeah, much appreciated.
I concur with Mr. Morris's comments.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes. Mr. Erickson?
Mr.
Walker, and I would like to thank Linda, Earl and Gabby, Mark, the Peterson family, for the foresight to provide housing for the jobs that we need. And when we heard earlier, 2,000 people commute into Oceana County from other counties rather than live in our own community. I think this is an excellent first step forward, and I thank you and commend you.
Are there any more public comments? Any more comments from the commissioners, the clerk, or? No. Any? Hearing no more comments, I'm gonna close the public meeting. The public hearing at this time for the annexation of Shelby Acres to the village of Shelby. And I'm gonna call to order our regular board meeting. And I ask that the clerk do a roll call, please.
Mr. Erickson?
Here.
Mr. Morris?
Here.
Mr. Hardy?
Here.
Mr. Beggs?
Here.
Mr. Beggs is excused by the chair. Here. I ask for approval of the minutes from the August 24th meeting.
So moved.
Mr. Erickson, do I have a support?
I'll support. Hardy.
Support by Mr. Hardy. Support by Mr. Hardy. Are there any comments or questions on the minutes as presented? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Conflict of interest disclosure regarding any agenda item. Any conflict of interest from the board members? Hearing none, are there any changes to the agenda?
I would like to add a motion 2023-98 about making one of the brownfield members be a planning commission member. I mean, would that be the right way to go about that?
I don't think we need a motion to do that. Let's do a motion. Just cover it with a motion. So, Mr. Morris, would you introduce that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Motion when we get to it?
Mm-hmm.
Any other changes to the agenda? Approval of the agenda with the one change Mr. Morris presented.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Erickson.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Thank you, Mr. Hardy. All in favor, say aye. Thank you. Are there any public comments at this time? There will be another opportunity at the end of the meeting, but any public comments at this time? Good morning, Mr. Kelly.
Good morning.
It is still morning. Good morning.
James Kelly, MSU Extension. It's been a few minutes since I've been in town, so I wanted to just give you a very brief update. Apologize for my lack of visibility. I'm covering Kent and Ottawa County on top of my 5 counties in District 5 on a temporary basis, so that's keeping me busy. I did want to celebrate a successful fair season, celebrate a successful 4-H auction, record numbers. It continues to amaze me. There are $311,000 spent, invested in youth market projects. A couple of weeks ago now, which is a massive number, which of course encourages the next generation of farmers and folks to be involved in ag projects. I had the pleasure of weighing in on Commissioner Begg's goats on Goat Weigh-In Day, so that was exciting. We are also celebrating a very successful drone demonstration day at the Research Center. That was a week or 2 ago, so we had a pest management demonstration, a different drone, different technology. That was working with the Conservation District, Oceana Conservation District, which was very well received. Had about 100 folks coming up to the research station in what's a very busy time of year, of course, for farmers. So that was encouraging. And finally, I'll just share that we are in the middle of a hiring process to bring into the region a water use efficiency educator, so someone who would work specifically on specialty crop irrigation, both research and education to local farmers. So I am chairing that search committee, so excited to bring in another level of expertise to help our ag community in the region. So that's an update for today.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Are there any other public comments at this time? Mr. Morris. Annexation of the land to the village of Shelby.
Chairman, I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution 23-09, including exhibits A and B, annexing lands to the village of Shelby, resulting in lands to be included within the corporate limits of the village of Shelby.
Thank you, Mr. Morris.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Do we have a support for it?
Support, Mr. Erickson.
Support,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Erickson, thank you.
Discussion by the board members?
Discussion by the board members?
I ask the clerk for
I
a roll
ask the
call
clerk
vote,
for a
please.
roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hardy?
Mr. Hardy?
Mr.
Yes.
Erickson?
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Mr. Erickson,
Transfer of
Title
Title
4D position.
That's it.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I make motion
2023-96
to approve the transfer of the Title IV D position from the supervision of the prosecuting attorney's office to the front of the court to become effective once approved by the state of Michigan.
Do we have a support?
Do we have a support?
I'll do that, Morris.
Thank you, Mr. Morris.
Thank you,
Moved by
Mr. Morris.
Erickson,
Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by
Any
Mr.
discussion
Morris.
by the
Any
board
discussion
members?
by the board members?
Roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Erickson?
Mr. Erickson?
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy, payment of
Mr. Hardy, payment of claims.
You wanna do Mr. Morris's, Brownfield motion prior to that, or?
Let's do
Let's do payment of
and then we'll do it.
claims, and then we'll do the brownfield.
Okay. I'll ask for approval for, board approval for accounts payable and release of funds for 9/14/2023. Ambulance fund total $1,905.29. Shelby Township Community Park Fund total $175,789.48. Brownfield Redevelopment Authority total $18,554.77. Automation ROD Fund total $2,072.40. Indigent Defense Fund total $36,142.02. LOCT Fund total $86.82. Canine Fund $143.96. ARPA Fund total $2,350.59. Department of Veterans Affairs Fund total $6,742. Technology and Innovation, $2,888.02. Building Department Fund total, $22,661.75. For a general fund total of $615,922.87, and a grand total of $885,259.93.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Do we
Thank you,
have a
Mr.
support?
Hardy. Do we have a support?
Thank you, Mr. Erickson.
Thank you,
Any
Mr.
discussion
Erickson.
on the
Any
bill?
discussion on the bills?
The only thing I'd like to say
The only
is,
thing I'd
again,
like to say is, again, I'd like us to look at
travel
this,
and
travel and per diem, you know, when we get into the budget time.
With that being said.
With that being
roll call
said,
vote, please.
roll call vote.
Mr. Hardy?
Mr. Hardy?
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Morris.
Mr. Morris.
Brownfield and,
Brownfield and,
Planning
Planning
Commission.
Commission.
Yeah, Chairman Walker, I'd like to make a motion to, make it, so that one of the planning commission members are gonna be a member of the Brown, or automatically a member of the Brownfield
And that
Authority.
motion would be
And that motion would be number 2023-98.
Yep.
Do we have a support?
Do we have a support?
I'll
Thank
support
you,
Hardy.
Mr. Hardy.
Thank you,
Moved
Mr.
by
Hardy.
Morris,
Moved by
supported
Mr. Morris,
Hardy.
supported by Mr. Hardy.
Any discussion?
Any discussion?
All in favor, say aye.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Reports from the commissioners.
Reports from the commissioners.
Mr. Hardy?
Mr. Hardy?
I have nothing to report.
Mr. Morris?
Mr. Morris?
Yeah, I do have a few things, Okay, the Planning Commission Master Plan progress, so where we're at with that is, the draft is coming, the first, like, official draft is coming at the end of this month, and then we're gonna review it as Planning Commission members. And then there's going to be a, what is it, a 63-day period after we, as a board, we'll look at it, and then once we approve the draft, it'll be 63 days, and then from there, it's approved, you know, there's a public hearing and so forth, so.
Moving along.
It's moving along.
No,
I know, as of last Thursday,
Stephen Carlson hadn't heard from any townships yet. I know that Shelby Township has now reached out, but as far as with their future land use maps, to get their involvement in the process.
I have been
working on a resolution
about
the 5 members on the county boards.
I don't love it, but
I don't love it, but I am going to send it out to you guys and just get your feedback. You may, I'll just send it out to you individually, and then you can add to it, take away, or say, Phil, yeah, I don't like it, and that's okay. Obviously, we can't deliberate as a group, because that would be a violation of the Open Meetings Act, but.
So that should be on
That should be on its way. And then my last thing,
the
gal that was
here
earlier, Michelle,
asking about
planting a tree somewhere in memory of area to build awareness about suicide, awareness for veterans. I do see that their value in doing something like that. I also want to make sure that we're not, that we're doing it in the proper way. So I wonder if that's something that we can assign a board member to and Tracy to look into. Doesn't mean that we'll have to make sure it works for everybody in the veterans committees and all that, but.
Yeah, I'd like to honor.
Yeah, I would like to honor
our veterans
and those that have committed suicide and so forth.
I think we need to see if there's a policy on putting things on public ground. There may be a policy on that.
And that's what I'm saying is create a group from here to look into that, to make sure that we're not, look at the whole thing.
Seems to me that came up with a monument at one time.
So there may be a policy.
When I had my little brief conversation with her, I said, well, we have the memorial down by the plane, down there in Hart, and she said they're doing some construction down there. So maybe after the construction is done, that's when they plant that there. And that seems to make sense to me, but I want to give her a good, I think it was a nice request and a legitimate request, so I want to give her a good response. Essentially,
and I'm willing
to be, the spokesperson for the board. No decisions will be made, obviously, but I can work with Tracy on that. If you're,
why don't you keep it on the burner so it doesn't fall, fall through the cracks? Why don't we just, if you would, Phil?
Yeah.
Just.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else for us?
Anything else for us?
No, that's all I have, thanks.
Mr. Erickson?
Mr. Erickson?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I must echo what Mr. Kelly had said about the fair. We had a very, very successful fair this year. I was really tickled. Our gates were up, our attendance was up. Interestingly, the micro wrestling was a sold out crowd. It was fantastic. And in our harness racing, track records were set. Beautiful purses, beautiful animals. Very, very happy with our harness racing part. We had some rainy weather and then a little excessive heat weather, but aside from those 2 days, record gates and a wonderful fair. We did very well. We should have our numbers soon. And very happy with what happened at the fair. And when you go by, you'll see some more new fence on the north line. We've cleaned up the entire north line of the fairgrounds now, and the fence is up. So we've got a gate on the rail trail so that we can service rail trail traffic with our fairgrounds now. So very thrilled with that. We had a wonderful powwow. And also, I must echo what Mr. McKean had brought up as far as our county parks are concerned. It was a very nice day last week when we honored Pete Lundberg. Joan Lundberg came and Andy Lundberg came to see the plaque that was given to Pete Lundberg for 3,000 volunteer hours of building a stairway that is an absolute masterpiece. And fortunately for us, the Lathers family is there to help provide the materials for Pete to build this. So if you do have the time, go to Cedar Point, take a look at our Cedar Point Park. It's just beautiful. The stairway is a masterpiece. Very, very thrilled about Pete Lundberg and what he's done for our community.
The other thing that we're doing
The other thing that we're doing right now in Mears, we had a very, very
well-attended,
well-attended,
excellent,
and excellent, pleasant afternoon program downtown Mears this day. Last month we were visited by some Mears families. The Fenton family was there, the Lathers family was there. We did a groundbreaking for a new barn that we're erecting downtown Mears right now, to house more of the overflow that we're accumulating in Mears. So if you drive by, you'll see a Blackmer building going up on the vacant lot to the east. We're very thrilled about that, and fortunately that's through the Lathers Trust also that we've been given the monies to build that. And there is life in the old town hall. We're putting the Echo together right now as we speak, and when you get it tomorrow morning, you'll see some good news, some wonderful things that are happening in Oceana County.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Amy,
Mr.
do you have
Erickson.
anything for us?
Amy, do you have anything for us?
Yes, there's a lot of changes coming to elections next year. And with the 9 days early voting, I have proposed to the townships to collaborate with the county on one early voting site held at the county building, and it will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. So the building will be open. It is going to skew the budget that I already put in. But there is a grant available from the state of Michigan that we are applying for. The state of Michigan has $30 million that they are offering, but that's not enough money to cover for the whole state of Michigan. So we'll see what we end up with, but I may be asking for some more money.
Amy, a quick question. If you hold one here at the county, would the townships then
So, yes, so the plan is I'm providing the location, and there's going to be a coordinator and supervisors for each day, and the townships would then give me a list of election inspectors to work at. Yep.
Thank you.
One thing that
Added cost.
that we are gonna have
It's gonna be very visible.
Gonna be very visible,
We will have
is
to provide
we will have to
security
provide security when the building is open. And, you know, so.
First choice would
probably be to have each security provide.
Sheriff, would you agree with that?
Would you
And
agree
then
with
if
that? And then if there's we
if
fall through, if they
have problems with it,
have problems with it, we can, yeah.
So there'll be additional.
So there'll be additional overs from each security for that, but it's
One of
just.
those changes that.
one of those
And I have
changes
no
that-
control over it.
How many hours per day? How many hours per day does it have to be open?
8.
Regular voting.
Regular voting.
Well, no, regular voting
know what I
is-
meant.
I know what I
yeah.
meant.
The polls open.
The
and
polls
go
open,
to
and the polls
and
go
it
to
has
8,
9
and
days.
it's 9 days.
In a little township
In
like
a little township like Colfax or Crystal.
But there's no personnel,
There's no
funds, and
personnel,
there's no voters.
funds, and there's no voters. 9 days for voting.
Amy's
So
gonna
Amy's
implement the only thing
implement
that's
the only
practical.
thing that's practical.
It's the most cost efficient way to do it.
Cost efficient.
Let's say that.
And
How long
practical.
has it been since, people have come here?
I don't know if they ever did.
Never did. Yeah.
This is gonna be a huge
This is gonna be a huge
Oh, boy.
learning
curve
Oh,
curve for all of the counties and all of you.
Anything else for us? Amy?
Anything else for us, Amy?
I have an opening in my office. Again.
I know you're filling in
I
for
know
a
you're
county
calling in for a county
administrator.
administrator, but do you have any?
I don't have anything.
Mr. Walker, if I might add one thing for Finance and Admin Committee, I want to just remind everybody of the budget workshop meeting that's coming up the 26th. This will be prior to our next commission meeting at 9 o'clock, so just a reminder. I know you're all looking forward to it. Lunch.
Thank you for that, Mr. Hardy.
I would like to
just like to congratulate
the
Peterson family and the developers of Shelby Acres.
I wanna
And I want to thank you for allowing Oceana County to be a very small part of your project you're doing there. This was an honor to be able to approve the annexation, to have it go forward, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.
Are there
Any public
any
comments at this time?
public comments at this time?
Any public comments?
Any public comments?
Hearing none?
Hearing
we stand
none,
adjourned.
we stand adjourned.
There you go.
Okay.